Modernity is defined as the quality or condition of being modern or as a modern way of thinking or working. But in the context of European history, what does modernity mean? In a nutshell, modernity is a way of thinking that promotes rationality, but it's more complicated than just that. It encompasses the belief that people are inherently rational, and if given the chance, will make the right decisions. The rationality of individuals is supported in modernity, as well as the importance of the individual. Education is a big part of modernity, because with education, people are able to discover and use their inherent rationalism. It also includes the idea that people could essentially learn everything there is through science and supports the progression of science and technology in the world. Through modern ideas, some believe that people would one day be able to say that they know all there is to know. Modernity opposes the questions that have no definitive answer, like those about existence and the meaning of life that are answered through religion. It supports hard evidence and facts over untestable theories. Overall, modernity is an optimistic and progressive way of viewing people and their lives. It supports universal suffrage and democracy because if people are in fact inherently rational, then they can be trusted to make the right decision in elections. It is also optimistic in its view of the future, that through science, people will only become better and more enlightened. Modernity is present in many aspects of history, like science, economics, and philosophy. People were drawn to the optimistic views of modernity and its rational ideas of thinking. One example of a modern scientist was Francis Bacon. His empirical methods and emphasis on using facts in scientific processes are very similar to the ideas of modernity. Galileo and his use of math and observations to refute the common belief of the geocentric solar system is also an example of modernity. He made a claim and backed it up with evidence to support it, even though it led to trouble. Isaac Newton helped to prove Galileo's assertion, as well as influenced the Enlightenment thinkers through his belief in rationality and laws that govern the universe. These thoughts of total rationality at the core of existence are very good examples of modernity. Modernity is also found in economics. For instance, John Locke's idea of a tabula rasa, an emphasis on natural rights that a government should give people, are very modern in their support of individualism and the optimistic view towards individuals who, as Locke claims, are shaped by their experiences. Philosophers like Immanuel Kant and Auguste Comte also used modern thought in their work. Kant asserted that people needed to use both empiricism and rationality, because one without the other is useless. Kant held the idea that there were a limited number of sciences to be learned, and once people knew the social science in the positive condition, they would know all there is to know, and from there only need to build off of previous knowledge. With all the support of modernity, there were still challenges. For instance, the Impressionist movement in art began to show the aspects of people's lives that revealed that people weren't completely rational, and portrayed their perspective rather than a completely realistic view of the world. Edouard Monet's paintings were a good example of this, showing the secret world of the middle class, shattering the idea of a middle-class morality. Post-Impressionism was even more focused on showing interpretation of the world, rather than spot-on renditions of what people were seeing. The paintings of Vincent van Gogh showed an altered world, one that reflected his feelings and his perspective on life. His work shows commonplace things transformed through his emotions and didn't follow any rules. This goes against the modern idea that everything has laws that it follows, and is therefore a challenge to modernity. Literature was another area of challenge to modernity. The realist movement brought forth the irrational sides of society, which made people confront these problems, and left the readers with no solution. Emile Zola's works turned realism into a movement by writing about what he saw in his life. His subjects were those that were often swept under the rug, and by bringing them to light, showed that people don't always behave in a competent, rational way. Modernity's ideas and everything that it encompasses have been both challenged and supported by many different people. The rationality of people and the world is a large part of modernity, as well as science and facts. In the end, it is up to the individual to decide their views and if they support or refute the idea of modernity.